All right, good evening. Welcome to Sunday Night Hockey here on Between the Blue Lines, coming to you live from Rolling Meadows Park District. Your North Stars will be taking on 211 in this Sunday evening matchup. Hope you enjoyed your beautiful weather outside here in Chicagoland area. I know I did. Teams are done with their warm-ups around their nets. I will give you lineups the best that I possibly can, and when I get. All right, they break the huddles and head over to the benches. So looking at the lineups, or looking at the benches, I know we got a couple people that weren't here on Friday that are back. I see Frank out there. I see OC. We got Dominic called up tonight due to a couple of other kids missing. Andrew was able to shake off that stinger, and he's back out there tonight. Got Anthony, Patrick, and Stanley out there, along with OC and Andrew. And Big Stoge in net. Puck goes down, 211 wins it back into their own zone. Going back behind the goal line. Good pressure there by Stanley up the far side boards. Kept in at the blue line by OC. Blows the tire, though, as he got across the blue line. Anthony sends it over towards Stanley. Stanley pulls up, puts it down on net. In the corner, tapped up into the netting. Same lineup. 211 wins it back, goes up the boards. Andrew trying to keep it in. 211 tipped it around them. Passing over to the far side. Can't control it. Shoveled up by the North Stars. That was by Patrick. Grabbed up by OC, trying to get a pass over to Patrick. Patrick picks it up at the blue line, dusted off around one. Couldn't get it past 2 and 3. 211 regroup, come back in. North Stars went for a line change. Got James out there on defense, along with OC. Got Aiden out there now. Charlie, Max, and Jasper. It was an icing, so it's an offensive zone draw here. Back to Aiden. Aiden dusts it off, carries it around, sends it into the corner. 211 sends it up. James stops it at the blue line. Loose in the center ice. James is going to go over, grab it, kick it up the wall. Charlie grabs it in the corner, sends it back along the goal line, picks it back up. Dropped it for Jasper in the far side corner. Tipped around. Nope, kept in at the wall. 211 goes back behind their net, pushes it up the wall. That should be an icing call, and it is. Declan trying to win that face-off, comes back into center ice where Andrew grabs it, sends it off the wall towards OC, but taken away. Dumped in down low. Andrew sends it all the way around, just outside of Sean's reach. Going to be an icing. .211 wins it back, top of the circle shot. Stoge catches that one at eye level. .211 wins it back again from top of the circle, taken away there by Andrew. Andrew trying to dust it off around one. .211 ends up kicking it back in. In the corner, grabbed up by Declan. Shot went on Stoge. He kick-saved it. Ended up going over to the far side hash marks from the point down low. Grabbed up by OC. Sends it around the boards up to the blue line. Just out of Sean's reach. But Andrew picks it up. Puts it on net. Got the rebound. Loose on top of the dots at the blue line. Comes back out. OC drops it to Sean. Sean's pass gets blocked. .211 sends it into the zone. Shot goes over the top of the net, all the way out. Back behind the net. Sean blows the tire on top of the puck. Centering pass there by Joel. Dumped in down low. North Stars go for a line change. .211 regroups back behind their net. Pressure by Anthony makes him come up the wall. Stanley with some good pressures. Going through the slot. Tipped away at the last second. Gets you on frame. Pass off the wall there by Anthony. Patrick lost the sight of it. .211 sends it in. James battling in the corner. .211 sends it around to the hash marks. Kick saved there by Stoge. Comes over the near side wall. Kept in by .211. Aiden goes into the corner. Puts the puck up towards Anthony. Anthony puts it up and out of the zone. Bounces off Patrick's stick. .211 trying to get some handle on it. Grabbed up there by Stanley. Stanley's going to come in, put a shot. Goalie reaches down, covers it up. Jasper at the dot. Charlie near side. .211 splits the D. Andrew grabs it, dumps it in. .211 goes around the net and back up that far side wall. Andrew comes back, grabs that puck, brings it back a little bit, gets it over towards Charlie. Charlie tips it and bounces it off the wall. Charlie tips that one at center ice, grabbed up by West. Off a .211 boot and into the zone. Kicked out. Back into center ice. .211 regroups into their own area. Max battling forward on the far side wall. Excuse me. Excuse me. Good dust off there by Dominic. Nope, that's OC. OC drops it in. Back up to that far side hash marks. Charlie trying to stop it. Bounced off of his stick. .211 comes out. Sean delivers a little hit before it hit the blue line. Pass got tipped. Going down onto the net. Goalie reaches down, covers it up. Got Declan at the dot. 2-11. Dropped it at the top of the circle. Sean kicks it down behind the goal line. Picked up by Declan, shoveling it around. Sean comes back in to the corner. Declan helping out, puts it back in the corner for Sean. Sean tries to put it back behind the net. Declan goes over to the far side, grabs it up, puts it back across the bow. Kept in by James at the blue line. Aiden gets it at center ice. Dumps it in, grabbed up by 2-11 at the hash marks. Puck goes high up off the wall. James sends it back in, grabbed up by 2-11. James stops it, trying to put it around Declan. Lost footing there. Dropped in down low into the near side corner. Grabbed at the hash marks, put back down behind the net. Aiden with that long reach. Keeps it away from Stoge. Kick save there by Sean. Up in the air, kicked back down. Sent up to the top of the circle. Sean kicks it out in the center ice. Regrouped by 2-11. They drop it in. Picked up by James. He goes back up the far side. Sends it through the middle. Just missed Stanley. Aiden with the puck. Sends it off the wall towards Patrick. Picked up by 2-11, crossing the blue line. Top of the slot. Blocker save. Down low. Grabbed up. Off the glass and out of the zone. Stopped right by the blue line. Tipped away by James, shoveled out in the center ice. Grabbed up by 2-11 in their own zone. Patrick steals it, keeps it down low, battling for it, puts it across the middle. Blocker save there by Stoge. Picked back up, shot goes airmailed wide of the net. Up the near side hash marks. Charlie's battling for it. Top of the circle. Swatted away there by Charlie. 2-11 drops it in. Takes a funky bounce. Goes over to the far side. Grabbed up by Patrick. Patrick serves it up to Charlie. Grabbed up by 2-11 at their blue line. 2-11 goes through. Blocker save. Out of play. Shot goes across the bow, ricocheted off a referee. Another kick save there by Stoge. Outlet pass up to Charlie. Ends up going on net. Goalie reaches out, covers it up, stops the clock here. 5:50 to go. OC's chasing it back, picks it up in the slot, comes up the near side wall, dusts it off around one, drops it for Charlie on the near side wall, taken away at the near side hash marks, sent back up. Charlie smacks it back down low. Andrew grabs it, puts a shot on net. Goalie's able to catch that one in the glove at about eye height. Jal takes the shot, goes a little bit wide, up to the far side hash mark. Stopped there by Sean. Sean drops it into the corner. Picks it back up, back behind the net, looking for somebody. Sends it back around. Jal picks it up towards Aiden. Top of the circle, puts the shot down, gets tipped and goes off the glass. Stopped at the blue line. Aiden kicks it out of the zone. 2-11 shot, blocker save. Kick back up to the blue line, kept in by 2-11. Missed that backdoor attempt. Picked up by Sean. OC trying to go through some traffic. Sean picks that one up. 2-11 was on the change, trying to take advantage of it. Jal in the corner. Sean back behind the net. 2-11 comes away with it. Aiden knocks it back down low. Goes back behind the net. Anthony trying to pick the pocket. Centering pass. Patrick over the top of the net. James trying to put a shot, gets off a boot. Off the near side wall. James keeps him down low. Up to the far side hash marks. Back over the near side. Anthony takes that one off of Shins. Top of the circle. On the far side. Puts it down low. Off the glass and out of the zone. Got an arm up. Stanley was getting there. Should have been a high stick on that one, and it was called. .312 left in the first period. Anthony makes his way up to the dot. 2-11 comes away with it, sends it up the board. Andrew battling at the blue line. Keeps it right there and stop the rush. 2-11 trying to dance through center ice. Drop it in down low. Back behind the net. Up towards Stanley at the near side hash marks. Looks up. Anthony tips it. Picked up by 2-11. Shot on Stoge. Catches that one in the midsection. 2:45 to go. Kicked up that far side wall. OC battling for it. Gets it up towards Patrick. Patrick goes through center ice. Gives it over. Oh, the give and go. .211 coming back through. They lost the handle of it. Pushed it up. Grabbed up by Andrew. He goes off the glass and into the netting. Shot immediately right on Stoge. He block saves it. Dives it. Get that one out of here. Grabbed up by Charlie. Sends it back into center ice. Taken away there by Charlie. Tapped it across the blue line. .211 was right there. It's offsides. You got to have control of the puck. OC grabs it on that far side, trying to dust it off around a couple. Poke check by Andrew. Back into the protected netting again. 1:30 in the first. .211 from the near side hash marks. Put it down low, taken away there by Declan. Gets it over towards Aiden. Puts it up to the blue line. Tipped out by Frank into the player bench. Loose puck, Sean tried to pick that one up. .211 grabs it at the blue line. Shot on Stoge, catches it again. High stick. Loose puck picked up by Anthony, crosses the blue line. Hooking, come on, call it. Patrick back behind the net, trying to serve it up. Gets it back. Anthony with the shot, and it's no, didn't. How did that not make it in? So many bodies flying in front of that net. I got an arm up. Penalty coming up on .211. They finally touched the puck. Anthony at the dot with Stanley, Patrick, James, and OC. James keeps it at the blue line. .211 kicks it back. OC's going to come back and grab it. And that is the end of your first period. Are you kidding me? Penalty coming up on Stanley. Negates that power play. 4-on-4 for a minute 34. Puck ends up going over to the far side hash marks. Back up to the point. Blocker save. Attempt gets blocked there by Anthony. OC tapping it away. In the far side corner. James trying to get to it. James puts it down low, back behind the net. Blows a tire. 2-11 comes up. Anthony trying to keep him to the outside. OC's going to push him a little bit farther out. Top of the circle. Blocked save there by Stoge. Back behind the net, picked up by Andrew. Taken down. Jasper goes out wide, serves it up, backhand shot. Stoge getting a workout. Made it all the way over to the bench. 4-on-3 here for 34 seconds. And it'll go back to 4-on-4. Grabbed up at the blue line by OC, sends it over towards James. James having a difficult time locating the puck. OC grabs it. Puts the shot on net, tipped in front, loose puck, kept in. OC turns it around, through the slot. Oh, Max's shot goes just a little bit wide. Tipped up, controlled up by 2-11. Kept in the zone. James' shot gets blocked. Kicked out, grabbed up by OC. OC backhands it over towards Stevens. James at the blue line, serves it up. Gets it over to Jasper. Jasper, top of the slot, lost the handle of it. OC grabs the puck, takes it back to himself. 4-on-4 now for 15 seconds. Cross ice pass. Sean just misses it. 2-11 grabs it, crosses the blue line, takes the shot. Stoge catches that one. All right. Penalty on us is over, so now we have a 1-minute power play. Got a defensive zone draw here. Top of the circle, tipped by Frank, gathered up by Declan. Declan comes up near side wall, gets it around one, carries it down low. In the corner. Got the goal. Who got that? Back to center ice. So no penalty on that one as the goal counts. Tipped at the blue line there by Sean. Carries it down low. Tipped by Frank. Bottom of the circle. Back into center ice. James shovels it over to Aiden. Aiden grabs it, sends it off the wall towards Sean. Sean dropped it in, but Frank's got to touch up. Frank picks up the loose puck. How is that not a hole? 2-11. Can't carry it and keep it in the zone too long. Anthony grabs it back, goes back behind Stoge, gonna regroup. Send it off the far side wall. That's going all the way down. Actually, it's on net, so no icing. 2-11. Up the far side wall. Back to 5-on-5 action. Patrick lost sight of it. Down at the bottom of the circle. Comes up near side. Aiden grabs it at center ice. Sends it in down low. Everybody touches up. We're all good. Stanley picks the pocket. Puts the shot off. Gets tipped over to the near side. Centering pass. Patrick picks it up off the wall. Serves it up to James. James tried to take a shot. It's going to take the distance. That's an icing. Got Jasper at the dot along with Max. Shot on net right off the face-off there by Max. Covered up by the goalie. .211 grabs the puck. Ends up going up that far side wall. Tipped around Andrew. Got an arm up. Max is going to get there. .211 comes away with it. Bottom of the circle. Trying to go through this traffic. Ends up coming up the near side wall. Grabbed up by .211. Kicked away. Top of the slot. Goes down on Stoge. Grabbed up. Sent out. Andrew speeding after the puck. Causes some chaos. Puck ends up coming over to the near side wall. Back behind the goal line up to the near side hash marks. Bouncing it off the wall. Grabbed up by .211. Goes through the slot. Cleared out by Charlie. Over to Max. Max is going to cross the blue line with it. Puts it off the Bachler. Charlie grabs the rebound. Puts it back behind the net. Comes over the near side hash marks. Max waiting for the hit. Lofted up in the air. Tipped at the blue line. Grabbed up by .211. Kept in the zone. .211 walked that one in. Lost the handle of it. Picked up by Andrew. Andrew sends it up back into center ice. .211 drops it. Picked up by OC. Sends it off the glass. .211 can't keep it in. Frank was coming on hot. Grabbed up by Andrew. Andrew gets to center ice, drops it in. .211 in the near side corner, up the wall. Back up to the far side. Good job there by Sean. Aiden takes that one out of air. Shot goes wide. Tip back behind the net, corralled up by Aiden. Sends it out of the zone. In the far side corner, off the glass. Aiden trying to swing at it. .211 on the rush. Got the numbers. Nope, not anymore. Everybody got back. Puck goes in front of Stodes and up the near side wall. Back behind the net. Through a ton of legs. Frank trying to push it forward up towards Aiden. And Sean keeps it in the corner. Ends up going back around. Stop, pulls up. Leaves it for Patrick. Patrick trying to serve it up to Sean. Loose puck. Anthony comes to the dot. Gets it over to the far side. Shot goes just behind the net. Up the wall, kept in by Andrew. Andrew sends it back down, grabbed up by 211. 211 puts it back through center. Over to the far side wall it goes. Through the slot. Grabbed up there by, I think that's Stanley. Stanley gets across center ice, pulls up, dusted it off, ends up sending it back behind the goal line. Picked up by Patrick. Patrick circles the wall, gets it up towards OC at the blue line. OC puts a shot. And on net. Goalie catches it. Stops the clock here at 7:03. Puck goes into the far side corner. Up the wall, kept in there by Stanley. Stanley getting manhandled. How that's not a penalty. Anthony puts it back down behind the net. Bounces over to the near side. Andrew keeps it. At the blue line. Offsides on number 70, not called. Back behind the net. Up the far side. One-timer off the mark. Goes through the slot. Can't connect. Trying to go through traffic again. Ends up taking a friendly bounce for us and out of the zone. Grabbed up at the blue line of 211. Patrick steals it away. Anthony comes across, lost the handle of it. Charlie put it back in the zone. 211 pushes it through center ice. Tipped away by Patrick. Or no, by James. 211 sends it in back behind the net. Grabbed up by James. Sends it over the near side corner. 211 trying to push something in through the slot. Charlie was getting to that 50-50 puck. Swats it up the wall. Icing being called. Goes through the slot, kicked up, back in through center ice. 211 drops it down. Stoge puts a stick on it. James has it, trying to serve up a pass. Aiden takes that one off the boot. Top of the slot. Shot goes wide up the far side wall. Charlie trying to get to it. Seals it at the wall. Stopped at the blue line. 211 sends it back in. Aiden grabs it, sends it off. Shot goes wide. Aiden off the glass, takes it right along the rails, top of the circle, back behind the net it goes. Up to the near side hash marks. Max trying to get to it. Lofted out of the zone and all the way down. An icing being called. New set of forwards coming out. Sent up the far side wall by James. Comes right back to him. Trying to get it over to Sean at the near side hash marks. Goes out of the zone. 211 regroups at center ice. Top of the circle, blocker save into the protective netting. Back up to the 2-11 and the point. Shot goes through traffic. Stoge catches it in the glove. Top of the circle, shot gets blocked, goes over the near side wall. Sean going to grab it. Bounces it off the wall, regroups. Sean takes the shot, picks up the rebound. Oh no, that was OC. OC sends it over. Frank takes the shot. Coming up the near side boards. 2-11 has numbers. Couldn't get the handle of it. Goes into the far side corner. Taken away by 2-11 at the bottom of the circle. Gets it up towards, I think that was Frank. 2-11 drops it in. Off the glass, kept in the zone. Frank battling for it at the center ice. Offsides being called. Loose puck. 2-11 swats it up into the zone. Ends up going back to the far side hash marks. Outlet pass hits it behind Anthony. Anthony trying to get it up towards Patrick. 2-11 comes off the near side wall. Back through center ice. Stanley dusts it off around one. Sends it into the zone. Grabbed up. Comes up near side wall. Loose puck top of the circle. Sent back down low again. Into the corner. 2-11 trying to send it out. Off of Andrew's boot and back to the blue line. OC gets it, takes the shot, it's in the back of the net! Was that off of Patrick's head? Off of Patrick's noggin and in the back of the net off the shot by OC. North Stars go up 2-0 at the 2:24 mark. West at the dot. Puck ends up coming up the near side wall. Back to Aiden at the blue line. He bounces a pass up towards Max, sends it in down low. Charlie goes over to the far side corner, trying to pick the pocket. Kept in at the blue line. Ends up coming back out. Max sends it over to Aiden. Aiden bounces it off the wall back towards Max. It's a little bit out of his reach. Grabbed up by James. James puts it in. Stopped at the top of the circle. Off the boards, back in through center ice. James going to grab it. Ends up coming up near side. Back through the slot, off the mark, grabbed up by Charlie. Charlie trying to get it around in the movable object over there. Ends up going down low. Aiden's going to come back all the way around the net, get it over towards Max. Max bounces it. No ice. Charlie's putting some pressure. Ends up coming up the near side wall. Taken away. Tipped down low. James seals the wall, but tipped back into center ice. Picked up there by James, sends it back in. 2-11 just rushing through offsides. .3 to go in the second period. .211 puts that one in. Goes well wide of Stoge up the near side wall. Sean trying to poke it up. Ends up getting tipped. Grabbed up by Sean. Crosses the blue line. Centering pass to Turley. Just off the blocker. Oh no, that was Aiden. Joel. I saw a 7 on the jersey. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on me tonight. Shot goes wide, grabbed up by Aiden, sends it up the wall. Lofted into center ice, grabbed up by 2-11. Had to wait till everybody was onside. Stoge blocks that one. And that's the horn and end of the second period. All right, we're getting ready to come back to the third period action. Referees put the posts in the nets. This is Frank, the announcer, coming to you live from between the blue lines at Rolling Meadows Ice Arena. We got 15 minutes left in this game. Your North Stars are up 2-0. Grabbed at the blue line, coming back across. Stanley with it. Takes a big hit. 2-11 comes back through center ice. Goes down low, takes a shot, goes off of Stoge's blocker up the far side wall. Down low, James grabs it, sends it around the near side wall. Comes out. Patrick chasing after it. Blocked away there. Oh, lost the handle of it on the near side wall. 2-11 on the rush. Goes down deep behind the net. Aiden with it. Sends it off the glass and out of the zone. Waved off. 2-11 back behind their net. They send the puck out and down. And that one is icing. Jasper at the dot. 2-11 trying to rush it out, but Max keeps it in. Goes off the near side wall. Andrew seals it, puts it back through the slot. Kicked back into center ice, grabbed up. Off the boards, tapped back in by Charlie. Back behind the net. Comes up that far side circle. Charlie swatted it back down. Just out of Andrew's reach. He's going to retreat back. Sends it off the boards. Top of the slot. Out of the zone. 2-11's got to regroup. Send it up the far side. Kept out by OC. OC bounces it up. Gets it over to Charlie. Charlie back to West. Top of the slot, picked up by OC. OC carrying it down low. Comes off of his stick in the corner again. Charlie trying to help. 2-11 pokes it away. Up to the top of the circle. Kept in at the blue line by Andrew. Andrew goes off of OC's backside. Picked up by Declan. Declan back to Andrew. Andrew's got some room on his near side wall. Sends it in. Off of the goalie's pads and over to the near side corner. Declan trying to get a pass through the slot. Broken up by 2-11. Comes back into center ice. Grabbed up by James. Gets it up towards Declan. Near side dot. Couldn't quite get it out of the wall. Tipped back into the 2-11 zone. Off the boards. Declan keeps it in. Takes it to himself. Drops it for Sean, just out of his reach. Aiden sends it in deep. Back behind the net. 2-11 regrouping on the far side. Off the glass. Declan pokes it away. Sean taps it at the blue line. Grabbed up by 2-11. 2-11 coming up near side. Stoge blocked that one back behind him. Couple of bodies go flying. High up off the glass and back into center ice. Grabbed at the blue line by 2-11. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Kick save there. Picked up. Oh, I guess I got to put that on frame. OC lost the handle of it as he hit the hash marks. Up the boards, back in the center ice. Corralled up by Stanley. Stanley's going to go around one. Through one set of legs. I got an arm up. I got the distance. I got icing. Sorry, I will put the disclaimer out there. I am a dad. I get excited about watching these games just as much as everybody else does. Sometimes I follow it with my eyes and not the camera, so I apologize. One back to Stanley. Stanley over the top of the slot. OC goes around a bunch, puts the shot on net. Oh! Attempt went through the crease up the far side wall. I got an arm up. I got icing. Oh, man. On that one, I was a fan and just watching, so I apologize. Anthony wins this one back to the point. Shot goes through the slot. Grabbed up on the near side hash marks. Patrick with it. Circling around. Picked up by Anthony. Takes a shot. Just missed that top left corner. Or top right corner. Depending on how you're watching it. Stanley pushes it back down to Anthony. Anthony steps away from one check. OC keeps the wall. Grabbed up behind the net by Stanley. Loose puck, kicked over. Patrick battling at the feet. 2-11 comes away with it. No icing being called. Andrew gets there. Stones with a point blank save! Off the referee, up the wall, and back into the near side corner. The hash marks. Big battle for it. 2-11 takes the shot. Stones reaching back for the save. Up the near side boards. Back up to the blue line. Aiden takes that one off the belly. 2-11 kicks it into the near side corner. Back up to Charlie out in the center ice. Dropped in. Gets you on frame. Outlet pass to Max. Max taps it to himself. Centers it up. Jasper lost the handle of it. 2-11 pushing it through. Duck. Icing being called on the North Stars. I thought he was at center ice, but referee saw something different, as always. Declan makes his way to the dot. Shot on Stone, swing and a miss! Back through the crease, picked up by OC. OC goes hard up off the glass all the way around to the point. Down low, tips over James's stick. Declan at the bottom of that little melee. Goes through the slot. Picked up by OC. OC sends it over towards Sean. Sean goes up the far side, crosses the blue line. Goes down low. Tries to get a shot off. Goalie reaches down, covers it up. We got OC, Andrew, Anthony, Stanley, Patrick, Stoge in net. 2-11 comes back behind their net. Up the near side boards. Tips around back into center ice. Andrew sends it up off the board. OC grabs that pass. Carries it across the blue line. Down low. Tried to loft one up. Just over the top of the net. Patrick gets it back to Anthony. Anthony puts it on net. Tipped over to the far side corner. OC holding on to it. 2-11 lost this one all the way down. And that is an icing call. Got Jasper at the dot. Max to the right side. Charlie to the left. Andrew and OC. OC takes the puck away. Top of the circle. Serves it up. One-timer. A little bit off the mark. Charlie drops it back to Andrew. Andrew battling at the blue line. 2-11 trying to feed the needle. Off the mark. Goes over to the far side. OC was right there on top of it. Picked up by Andrew. Andrew's got some space. Drops it in. Not before he crossed the center ice, so that'll be an icing call. Coming back for a defensive zone draw. Stoge takes a face-off shot. Back up to the point. Kept in down low. Back behind the net. Tipped away. Picked up by Charlie. No, I'm sorry. How is that not a penalty? Two-hand swing. Sorry. Get you back on. Aiden at the blue line with it. Serves it up towards Max. Just out of his reach. But ends up swatting it back down behind the net. Picked up by 2-11. Up the far side wall. Coming through center ice. Lofted back in this neutral zone. Tipped away. Kept at the blue line. West takes that one off his upper body. Got an arm up. Icing waved off. In the corner is Charlie. 2-11 comes away with it. Nope, Charlie puts it through the middle. Declan at the blue line. 2-11 on the rush. Taken away by James. Offsetting penalties. Stays 5-on-5, offsetting penalties. Anthony makes his way to the dot. 2-11. Goes wide. Back behind the net, centering it up. Off of Patrick's legs. Patrick pushes it forward. Andrew battling with it. Gets it over to Stanley. Stanley puts it up. Shot goes wide of the net, over to the far side. Across the bow of Stoge, over to the near side. Kept in at the blue line. Sent back into the corner, back behind the net. Patrick picks the pocket. Avoids one hit. Picked up by Andrew. Andrew drops it in. Gonna grab it off the rebound, trying to leave it. Patrick picks it up out of the air, drops it down for himself, takes the shot. Stanley taps it over to the far side corner. Outlet pass goes off a couple of boots. Aiden comes back, picks it up. Serves it up to O'Connor. 2-11 with the puck. Back behind their net, picked up. Off the far side post. OC puts them against the boards. Aiden grabs the puck behind the net. Sends it up the wall. Patrick taps it out. Back into center ice. Shot from the center ice on the Stoge. Stoge drops it. Picks up by OC. OC sends it around. Sean back behind the net. Loose puck. Stoge reaches down, covers it up. Those of you watching the Blackhawks and switching on over, thanks for joining. This is Frank the announcer coming to you live from between the blue lines. We got a nail biter here. North Star's up by 2 with 2:32 to go. Loose puck, corralled up by 2-11, putting it through the slot. Taken away there by Sean. Sean grabs it again. Bounces it off the wall to himself. Crosses the blue line with it. Takes the shot, gets tipped, goes over to the far side hash marks. Aiden at center ice. Shot goes high up. Get you on frame. Sorry about that. Shot went high up off the glass. Takes a funky bounce. Stoge reaches up. Puck falls in his hands or in his glove. 2 minutes to go. Goes back. Aiden sends it off of a 2-11 player. Picked up by Max. Max pulls up. Lets the hit go by. Dropped. Good defensive play there by Stevens. Centering pass, broken up. Back behind the net, on the near side. Kick save there by Stoge. Another kick save. Off the boards, all the way down. We got an icing being called. .211, top of the circle, can't get the shot through traffic. Back behind the net, James sends it over to the near side boards. Just out of Stanley's reach, but ends up going back up towards them. A lot of North Stars players. James is going to go back, grab it. Stopped by the .211. Through the slot, shot, Stoge block saves that one. .211 pulls their goalie. I believe that went off of a boot, but got 40-something seconds left. Railed up by Patrick. Patrick sends it off the far side boards. .211 sends it in down deep. James grabs it. It ends up coming all the way down. Icing being called. .211's going to pull their goalie for this face-off, with it being an offensive zone draw for them. Hayden, Stanley, Patrick. Off the boards, up the near side wall, kept in by .211. Off the boards, kept in by .211. Picked up by Patrick at center ice. Anthony trying to put it through the legs. 10 seconds to go. All the way down. And that's your game. North Stars coming out victorious. Way to kick off the holiday weekend here. Coming up. No more games until after Thanksgiving. Frank the announcer signing off from between the blue lines.